Today's video is going to be focusing on the specific movements, the intensity, and the follow-ups expected for a Rising Phoenix Level 1 Krav Maga test. So here are some examples. So let's do some of the two-hand chokes that are in the Level 1 system. We have a few answers for Level 1. A static two-hand choke, I'm tucking my chin, basing myself. I make the hooks with my hands. I'm starting from up above to gain energy. I'm plucking down and back on the wrist. Now with my chin tucked, I can see how he's standing. So this allows me to load that first kick. I'm stepping into an elbow strike. I'm grabbing my Krav clinch, shooting back, and hitting my vulnerable targets. Test expectations. The choke is applied. Tuck, whip and kick. Hard elbow strike, grab. Intense, precise motions without hurting your partner. Side choke. Tuck, pluck, side step. Look at my feet. Elbow, cover, I step back. Hammer fist, I align the groin kick. I grab a hold for my finishing moves. Okay, so now faster. So far we have the two-hand pluck and the side choke. I'm not going through all of the defenses, just some of them to give examples here. Notice how every time I end in that clinch. This is very important for a test. Normal classes, not so much. It can be maybe we're training a fight back that day or groundwork or whatever. For a test, you need to see it a specific way, precision, intensity, always into that Krav clinch. All right, so testing is incredibly physically demanding. If I don't wear you out physically, where your mind wants to give up and starts to think, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I'm not doing my job correctly. So it's more than just coming to class. And anyone who's done my test knows that nobody ever goes fast enough when it's time to get pads. So burpees, got to get used to doing burpees. Burpees, go, burpees, go! Not hard enough. Faster with your burpees, faster. Yeah, hard sound like go, hard sound like go, go, go. Maybe it's at home. Try to set a goal. Maybe your goal is 20 burpees a day. However you get there. Maybe it's 100 a day. I know some people who did that working towards a test. It's up to you. Maybe you run, maybe you swim, but burpees, you're gonna do anyway. Of course, modifications can be made if there's injuries. We don't work through injuries, we work around injuries. With that being said, let me talk about the injury-free burpee. If you have injuries, just talk to me, I'll give you modifications. So we squat, we plant our hands or our fists, we plank, we do a push-up, we jump forward, and jump high. And this is done fast. Squat, plant, plank, push up, jump forward, jump high. Squat, plant, plank, push up, jump forward, jump high. Squat, plant, plank, push up, jump forward, jump high. Squat, plant, plank, push up, jump forward, jump high. Squat, plant, plank, push up, jump forward, jump high. Strikes on a test. Josiah, would you hold? Remember, on a level 1 test, you're being tested when it comes to strikes, mostly on the power of the strike, somewhat on the technique, a little bit on the technique. So these could be palms or punches, but take your time with every strike. Rush! 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 It does not have to be a You can do this, but it's not necessary for a level 1 test. Testing is not mandatory. Testing is a personal choice. As you all know, I don't limit you to your Krav Maga range. I'll teach you anything in the system upon request. But how do you know you truly know the techniques? It's easy to say, oh, I trained it, I know it. But you don't know it until you're truly caught off guard and or exhausted and stressed out. And that's what this test does. Does it catch you off guard? Somewhat. You show up to the test knowing what you're gonna do, but you're physically exhausted. You're mentally exhausted. Heck, most people even emotionally exhausted. Testing is a personal choice. This is not mandatory. I do not want the work towards your test to be so stressful that you don't want to train. That defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So if testing becomes too stressful, don't test. I'd rather retain you in this community and keep you moving forward than have you get stressed and freaked out and not want to train anymore. Cool? So if you are training for a test, and keep in mind, training for a test does not mean you're approved to test. You need to be approved to train for a test and then approved to test. So communicate with me. If it becomes too stressful, don't test. Do it in the future. I have members that have been here for many years now, and some of those members waited years before they test. Make sure that the doing the test is right for you. Let's try this again. Hard shadow fighting, go. Hard shadow fighting, go, go, go.